Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back at NBC5. Looking out on the Manor Cam to start off this Thursday morning. A little bit more cloud cover than yesterday at this hour. No rain out there at the moment. 67, 1 degree shy of where we were yesterday. We'll get into more thunderstorm activity as we're getting into this afternoon. The month of July, kind of a mixed bag in temperatures, but it hasn't been too hot. We've had a couple of days in the triple digits, 90s and some 80s even for the month, which is not too bad for the month as well. When we look at our eastern counties, they've spent a little bit more time with below seasonal temperatures, more of the 80s than some of the 90s they've had, and also some 70s mix in the bag, even on the 4th and on the 21st at 77 degrees. And we're going to see temperatures about the same here as yesterday for a good portion of our area for this Thursday afternoon. So not too bad, but seasonably hot, especially in the valleys with those 90s. Now, we are going to be cooling off as we're heading into the first few days of August. We're going to be dipping right back down into some 70s and 80s in the forecast. What a summer trend. I like this summer trend. When we get into the storm potential, though, a little bit of a chance continues across a good portion of our area again today. More of the scattered storms, more lightning potential. And some of these could be a little bit stronger with some smaller sized hail and some higher wind gusts. And as we're getting through this weekend, we'll still continue some chances within our eastern counties in Northern California. We might see a little weak system bringing a chance for some of us on the coast and the valley as we get into Sunday. But the forecast generally remains a little bit drier. Low potential of that for your Sunday. Next week, we'll start off on the cooler side, and then we're going to be getting back into some hotter temperatures by the middle half of next week. When we look at pinpoint forecast again, pinpoint's already showing some showers. We're not seeing that on radar this morning, but we definitely have the cloud cover out there. And again, when we get into the afternoon hours, you see that potential of these storms developing like they have for the last couple of days up into the mountains, Cascades first, and into Northern California, and then it kind of just continues into the afternoon and evening hours, kind of scattered across those eastern counties, and we still see that potential. Again, some of these could be a little bit on the stronger side, producing some of the small hail and high wind gusts. Lesser potential in the valleys and for the western half of our area. Might see some development right around the state line. We've been watching that for the last couple of days developing. Tomorrow, just about the same as well with the coverage of storms and the risk of new fires and them to spread a little bit quicker continues. So that red flag warning for our eastern counties and down into Northern California continues for this afternoon as well. And you do see some of the wind gusts picking up with the storms developing here this afternoon. This is the model run for today. You do see the northwest wind, still a slight breeze up to around 10 to 15 miles per hour, but we could see some gust getting up into that 30 to 50 mile per hour range with some of those storms. Now, if you're going to be out in the market here today, quiet conditions, still going to be on the warmer side, especially in the afternoon hours as we get into those 80s. But it's already mild out there this morning, expecting 70s to take over pretty quickly here over the next couple of hours. Otherwise, 94 your expected high here for the valley. And again, we're dropping in temperatures just a few degrees by the start of this weekend. But as we're heading into next week, we got 80s for highs. The front pushes through, and we might see a slight chance for maybe some showers, even a rumble of thunder as we get into Sunday, excuse me. Still that isolated chance here Thursday and Friday for the valleys, though the right around the state line will have a much better chance within the mountains. When we look at the climate basin, scattered storms today and still potential all the way through at least Sunday, and then things look to quiet down in the forecast heading into next week. We do see temperatures dropping off into the upper 70s and lower 80s for this weekend, and Northern California will also drop off into some mid and upper 80s for the start of next week, but lower 90s here for the next few days. And the coastline, pretty quiet conditions. Again, there is a slight chance maybe for some showers, even a few thunderstorms on Sunday. That potential is low, but for now, keeping it in the forecast. We've got some mid and upper 60s for the next several days.